Hi. It's been a few days since I was going through the review of this. It's been really bad weather outside and had a couple of other things happen. Anyway, finally managed to sort out binding and setting up the Jumper T12 transmitter to my quadcopter here. This one is automatic because it's just they come as a pair ready to fly. And the only thing I had to do here, and as I said, I didn't want to deviate from default settings, is just assign the throttle, elevator, rudder, and aileron channels on the transmitter to the correct channels on the receiver for the quadcopter. Everything else I've left exactly the same. Now, I'm not going to go into all of those details right now because I want to save how you use this radio and all the deep details of this for another video. I just want to go over the getting it going and seeing how well a noob me pilot is and how well these will work for somebody with currently no experience of flying this kind of device. Theoretically, this one should be easier because it's predefined, all set up, and it's aimed at the young flyer, inexperienced flyer. You just press a button to take off. It's got a few little trick modes built in, like it's supposed to be able to do a loop and things like that, but at a press of a button. And overall, a little bit tamed down. This has got DC motors on here and stuff like that, and a smaller battery. This one, on the other hand, is using much bigger batteries. If you actually compare, these are 3S 850 milliampere hour, whereas the ones for this radio are 1S, so 3.7 volt nominal, and only 500 milliampere hour, so nowhere near as much capacity for flight time and things like that. Now, as I said, the weight of this is like 90 or 100 grams or something. It's very, very minimal. Let me just double check what that was with a battery in it. Yeah, 95 grams with battery and, everything ready to fly. Whereas this one with battery and everything else ready to fly was, put that on there, some props, if I can balance these in here somehow. I'll put them on in just a moment. Everything on there that would be needed for flight, that's 189 grams. So this is basically 100 grams more. Bigger battery, more powerful motors, etc., etc. But, right from the get-go, the HGLRC quadcopter here, the 145, is a lot more complicated to set up initially and obviously a lot more expensive. So, that having been said, let's get these things set up and we'll take them outside for my first attempt at flying these, and we'll see how it goes. So I just got to put the propellers on here, make sure they're going the right direction. These are all basically pre-configured. They are also counter-rotating on here too. If I line these up the same way, this prop at the front is tilted up, this prop is tilted back, and they go in opposite directions for the same reasons as they do on here. Can't quite remember how this one goes, but if I put a battery on it, and the props are now turning there for their minimum speed, and I can feel this one is turning this way, so I want a propeller that's going to provide lift in that direction. So that would be this one. This one would be going the same direction, so that's not that one. That would be that prop, and this one is going forward, so that would be that prop, and this one should be going forward as well. Alright, that's basically that. Oh, that was the other thing I had to just map, was the switch to arm the rotors. I think the beeping is because my batteries are going flat in the transmitter, not the receiver, so I'll quickly switch those out before we go outside. I didn't fully charge them, and I did have it sitting on for quite a while I was messing around with things. Alright, we'll be right back. We'll be set up outside and we'll give these both a whirl. Okay, out in the backyard. First up we're going to try is the Eachine E58. This is for 14 years and older, lightweight one. So we've got a charged battery. Now the trick with this, I think, is these aren't really anything. Turn the transmitter on. Turn on the drone. So you push the throttle forward and it beeps. Now you're ready for takeoff, and then theoretically we have a single button takeoff for this. So let's see. There we go, and it's crashing. So I guess the trim needs a bit adjusting. Let's get it out of the way of there, and we'll try and control it right away. Okay. Guess that was emergency landing. Let's bring it back to the beginning. Sorry if the camera's a bit far away. I just don't know which way this is going to go right now. And my camera's on a tripod, so tough to put it in a good position. Let's get these back out fully. And we'll try that again. Trying to adjust the trim on this. Let's clear of that stuff, shall we? Let's try this again. Let's try again. That should be good. Push those up. Same lights. Okay, now I'm over here. Just look at the other. Okay. Should be sorry. And we're in the tree. Alrighty. Well, that broke a propeller, hitting the tree. Oh, I don't know if it broke it, but it certainly unscrewed it. Hi guys! Hi guys! How are you? Stay there. Are you good? Come here then. Come here. Hey guys. Oh, can't find the other propeller for that one, so I'll have to see if I can dig out the spares so you can see right here. They just tacked in these two little things, and it looks like it just ripped it right off. So unless there's a spare one of these, it's not gonna hold another one very well. So anyway, we will look into that and come back out with this one after I figure that out. In the meantime, let's go look at the other one. Looks like it dropped its foot again as well. Somewhere over here, I think, if I remember. Good job, it's orange. There we go. So I'm probably going to have to glue that in. You can see how easy they come out with a vibration. So anyway, let's give the other one a go. See where my batteries are. Okay, we're good for batteries. Now this one is going to be a little trickier, I think. Not sure if I like this Velcro for the battery very much. Get it tight on. Don't want it going somewhere weird, that's for sure. So let's see what happens when we try to take off with this one. Hopefully I'm going to have a bit more control. Well, that's good to start with. Wow. Oh, digging a hole in the lawn. But it survived. No broken blades. A couple of bits of wire pulled out when it came out of the ground. That's no good. Let's just tuck those away. They're not used, so should be fine. The lens is somewhat covered in a bit of mud. Looks like I'm going to have to clean this afterwards. All the places to land, it lands in a damp flower bed. Definitely going to need cleaning. Let's move it a bit further out the way. Now the easiest thing to land this thing is to just simply disarm it. So it's not staying its altitude. It's not too bad. And another bush. Looks like my throttles and things are reversed a bit here. Again, nothing broken. Oh, with the exception that I think I lost my antenna. Still working, but I'll have to find that. Probably from my first crash. Should be buried in the garden. Still flying okay. I know. I'm thinking a little bit of work with a trainer might be in order here before I start trying to fly this. That's one of the recommendations a lot of people have made in the past. Let's see if I can find my antenna. It didn't stay on there hardly at all, even though it was cable tied. This is going to be fun to find, because who knows where it came off. Alright, I'm going to have a search for that. I don't want the VTX antenna to be going without. Yeah, it's barely got a signal right now because of the fact that the antenna is not on it. So let's go look for that.